So let's discuss one of the very important topic, why there is a rise in the milk prices in India. Like अभी तुम देख रहे हो कि milk prices काफी बढ़ते जा रहे हैं इंडिया में. So what is the reason behind it? So milk is a essential commodity that is required in day to day life. हर आदमी को milk चाहिए डेली के लिए. So it is very important that the prices of this particular commodity remains in control so that a normal citizen doesn't feel burdened. So, to give you a facts about some of the biggest brands in India, one is Amul and other is Mother Dairy. Amul brand milk price in Delhi rose from 58 rupees to 64 rupees per liter, and for NDDB that controls Mother Dairy is basically its price rose from 57 to 66 rupees per liter from March of 2022 till December of 27 2022. So there has been a 9 rupees increase in case of Mother Dairy. So to give you a fact, if you see the prices of Amul milk in Delhi NCR, if you see on 1st May 2013, the prices of a full cream milk was 42 rupees per liter, and today it's at 64 rupees per liter. So if you see, there has been an increase of 22 rupees in the last 7-8 years. But if you see the jump in the prices that has happened in the last 2 years, it has been very fast comparatively. And also to give you a fact, the last time milk prices went up by 8 rupees per liter was in the April end of 2013 and May 2014. So you can see that after 7 years, there has been such a huge amount of jump of 8 rupees per liter within a year. So let's get into the detail why these prices are increasing at such a enormous rate. Let's discuss. So there are multiple reasons for this. What explains this recent inflation is, if you know, during COVID, there has been a lot of closure of hotel, restaurants, canteens. The marriage were not allowed to happen because there was restrictions all around. So their demand fell all over India. When the demand fell, the dairy companies, big dairy companies in India, also reduce the price of the procurement price at which they take milk from farmers, or the prices at which they were buying milk. So, for example, to give you a fact, the dairy companies slashed the procurement prices of cow milk to rupees 18 to 20 rupees per liter during April July of 2022, and that for buffalo milk to rupees 30-32 rupees per liter. And because the farmers were paid low, because they were selling it to these dairy companies, because they were उनको कम price मिल रहा था, basically they are going to get impacted, and the same impact will be passed on to the animals. They will not give proper nutrition to animals, or they will reduce the amount of herd they have, the animals they have, or they might not be able to feed them properly with the different type of diets that is required for proper generation of milk, and this impacted the quality of life of farmers. And because they underfed them during, let's say, 1 or 2 years back during COVID, so the calves that were born during that time became cows as of now. These cows that underfed during COVID are today's cow. Most of them, even if they survived, they would be poor milkers, because proper nutrition was not given to them at the point it was required. Second, other reason for the price rise was because you required raw material to be fed to animals, and the prices of this raw material such as straw, wheat, because of proper there was not proper rains in South India, so the prices of these raw material rose, and because of the prices of raw material rose for the product that were being used to feed the animals, so also it was a burden for farmers, and also at the same time they were not getting good prices from the dairy companies. Third reason was the outbreak of the lumpy lump disease that happened in the last year only, and that affected the animals, and because the government was very much keen to control these disease, and also the animals were suffering from this disease, so there was a supply crunch, and it happened all over India, with different states getting affected differently, but there was an impact of these, and these issues are from the supply side. So you can understand what were the supply chain pressures that happened. So from the supply side you can understand this point. Now coming to the demand side also, the demand side was like that, as soon as the restrictions of the COVID were removed, there was a jump in the amount of procurement taken by, let's say, a kirana store, or let's say the restaurant industry, or let's say the marriage market that we have. So everybody was trying to get more and more milk, but still the supply chain pressures were not solved. And because the supply chain pressures were not solved, the prices need to shot up, because we have a few large amount of money chasing chasing less amount of production, because the production is restricted and we have a lot of demand coming from the market. So definitely when more money chases few goods and the production is limited, the prices will rise. Now coming to the point, what can government do to reduce the price pressures that a normal citizen is facing? Imports from countries like New Zealand or countries that are good in production of milk, import can be done till the time the supply chain pressures are not being solved in India. Also, butterfat imports currently attracts 40% duty. So if these, because when you have a huge amount of duty, the rate at which the import will take place, the prices will rise. So a lot of dairy companies might not be interested. So if government reduce the amount of duty these products have while importing, so it might promote the industry to buy from other countries till the time supply chain pressures are not solved within India. So these are the options that government has as of now in order to solve the problems, and also might be to control the prices of milk within the Indian market. So that's it from my side, and it was all about to explain you how why the milk prices are rising and what can the government do. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a good day.